Alright, hi guys, how's it going? I want to do a video today on something that I saw recently when I was on YouTube, and I just so happened to click on a Young Turks video. Now, I've probably unintentionally clicked on at least 20 or 30 Young Turks videos over the years. I mean, they really have a lot of, videos on YouTube. I guess they even have, I think they've gotten like a billion hits on YouTube, or over a billion now. So, really there's a lot of videos, and it's almost impossible, it seems, when you go on YouTube not to click on one. But recently I clicked on one where it was a fight, or, more of an argument, between Alex Jones and Scenic Younger of the Young Turks. Now, to get a little bit about, the Young Turks, Young Turks have been on for a while now. I'm sure most people have, like I have, clicked on a video. Sometimes I would, click on their stuff. I thought they had some good videos, some good points. Other times I was a bit more disinterested. But, the whole thing with the Young Turks, is I kind of understand it, is they're kind of like, sort of like a new media kind of channel where, and I've heard Scenic promote it this way, where he would go around and say that he wants to, kind of add something new to the news. And, he's tired of sort of the kind of old school kind of Ron Burgundy approach to delivery of the news, and kind of wants to add something new. Now, some people have said, he's just no different than the older guys delivering it. Other people say that, it's more of a newer, fresh way of, bringing people the news. Either way, you have to admit that a lot of their thing and what they kind of set out to do was to go on YouTube and try to, get more young viewers into politics and, in their case, left-wing politics, and to kind of, expose kids to the issues, is where, these kids may not want to watch Fox News or CNN. And, Scenic, definitely knows this, and he's mentioned this before. And I remember him on some interview with someone where he's like, do you think you'll ever see Wolf Blitzer on YouTube with a show doing what we do? You won't. And he's right about that. I don't think you will anytime soon. But, yeah, so they have kind of a newer way of, bringing people the news. I know, you'll see, maybe some familiar faces. Ben Mankiewicz is on there. I, for some reason, always associate that guy with Turner Classic Movies. But, yeah, you have Anna is another one. She's in maybe at least half the videos that I've seen, or probably more than that. And I will credit them. They had like a very good Game of Thrones analysis that they used to do, where they would kind of sit around and talk about the episodes of Game of Thrones. And I really like watching that a lot. They really got into depth and, discussed everything that was happening. Of course, Scenic led the whole discussion. But, they were very good. But, so, now to Alex Jones. Now, she probably had, I feel that the Young Turks, or Scenic Younger and Alex Jones, are actually very similar. In fact, they're kind of like those two radio guys, or those two guys that are kind of, doing something and are good at it, but yet they hate each other. And that's kind of what I get from them. Unless it's all an act. Who knows? But, anyways, what happened in this video took place at the Democratic National Convention, and Alex Jones apparently walked onto a Young Turks set. Now, should probably, mention a little bit about Alex Jones and how I kind of feel about him. And he's a guy who's been around a bit too. Also been on YouTube a lot with, InfoWars. Believe he's on terrestrial radio, although I'm not 100% certain about that. He may have been at one time. just like, the Young Turks are on current TV at one time. He may have been on terrestrial radio, he may still be. So, I'm kind of unsure about that. I've mostly just seen the InfoWars channel on YouTube. And Alex Jones is, he's a conspiracy theorist and gets into all these different kinds of conspiracies. And when it comes to conspiracy theories, I actually think conspiracy theories are very fun. They're fun to talk about, to discuss, great food for thought. They make great discussion material. Whether or not, they're real, who knows? I know I saw something recently where I think at least half of all Americans believe in at least one conspiracy theory. So, either way, they're very interesting. And Alex Jones will have a lot of guests on. Some of his conspiracies are very, believable. They might have just been, the government, might have screwed up on something and then they're trying to kind of cover it up. And some, I think that could be the case with some of those. With the other ones, who knows? I think starting like in the 90s, a lot of like the conspiracy theories, the ones that I've heard, have started to become like more of a sci-fi nature. Where you've got ones like, for example, the Skinwalker Ranch one. Or, of course, Area 51 and all that, and Roswell. Of course, these have been around a little bit, but you really began hearing a lot more of it in the 90s. But so yeah, a lot of conspiracy theories. Whether or not they're true, who knows? He does interview a lot of like rock guys. I know a lot of guys in like metal bands and stuff. I think that's cool. It's kind of cool to know that Alex Jones is a metalhead. I wouldn't have thought that, but then he has a lot of those guys on his show, so I think that's pretty cool. But yeah. So, anyways, what happened? Like I said, Alex Jones crashed the set of the Young Turks. They're at the Democratic National Convention. They're having like a live show there, and he just walked onto their set. And Sinek was like, "Hey, it's Alex Jones. Well, welcome to the Young Turks." And then Alex Jones said, "Well, hi, I have a gift for you." And he handed Sinek a Bill Clinton shirt that said rape on top of it. And then that kind of led to a heated discussion, and there were some other people that were involved. I think they were with the Young Turks. And then everyone just kind of started arguing at one another. And then Alex Jones and Sinek got in each other's face. Anna started swearing a lot. And then someone who I think was actually with the Young Turks, although I don't know if he was or not, but this one guy kind of came from the side and spit something right in Alex Jones's face. And, that I thought was completely unnecessary because it was really nothing more than a heated discussion until that happened. In spite of the fact that everyone was swearing and raising their voice. So like I said, it was really nothing more than a heated discussion until that guy had to take it one step further and actually spit in Alex Jones's face. And then, he ran off. He wouldn't even confront Alex Jones on this. So, yeah, I thought, with all this, that really the one that I think was kind of at fault here was Alex Jones, because he shouldn't have just walked on the Young Turks set like that. I mean, there was no reason for him to do that. The Young Turks were actually being nice to him, and yet, he had to, do the whole thing with the Bill Clinton shirts. So I really thought that that was unnecessary. So I definitely think he was kind of the one at fault here. However, once it escalated and that guy spit in Alex Jones's face, then, that made things pretty worse, and, it kind of made the Young Turks look pretty bad. And I don't even know if this guy was with the Young Turks or not, but it did kind of make the Young Turks look bad. It's kind of like, in school, there's sometimes there may be like a kid who gets picked on, but then reacts violently to the people that are picking on him. You know, and that's kind of what you had here. You had Alex Jones picking on the Young Turks, and then they overreacted at Alex Jones, you know, with the spitting and all that. Even though that wasn't them, that was some other guy. But I think he might have been affiliated with them. But anyways, yeah, that's all I got. Just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that. You know, I did come across it. Did find it a little bit shocking. I'm sure a lot of people found it pretty amusing. I know that video got a lot of hits. So, anyways, that's all I've got for now. I thank you for watching. Oh, and if you can, I'd like to kind of get my subscribers up a bit. So, you know, if you want to and you like what you heard, or maybe you like some of my other videos, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.